About 2.5 million years ago, the story of our genus, Homo, began in a world drastically different from the one we know today. Life in the African savannas was harsh and unpredictable, dominated by enormous predators, treacherous landscapes, and relentless climate changes. In this ancient setting, our distant ancestors were Homo habilis, small in stature but innovative for their time, crafting basic stone tools and scavenging for food. Yet, despite their ingenuity, Homo habilis faced immense challenges that limited their potential to fully exploit the environment. Their survival was often hanging by a thread, constantly threatened by dangerous predators and harsh environmental conditions. But something incredible happened around 1.9 million years ago that changed everything. A new hominin emerged that would shape not just the course of human evolution, but the future of the planet: Homo erectus. This species didn't just survive, they thrived. They were taller, stronger, and more resilient than their predecessors, and they brought with them a revolutionary set of skills and characteristics that would enable them to spread across continents and adapt to almost every environment on Earth. Their journey would redefine what it meant to be human, paving the way for the innovations and breakthroughs that followed. Before we continue diving into the world of these early pioneers, let's take a moment to thank our sponsor for making this exploration possible. This episode is brought to you by MyHeritage, a service that connects you to your past, helping you uncover the stories and journeys of your ancestors. Imagine having the chance to explore the rich tapestry of your family history and discover connections to your distant relatives, just as we are now uncovering the remarkable journey of Homo erectus. With MyHeritage, you can dive into a comprehensive genealogy platform that offers powerful tools for building your family tree, conducting DNA tests, and exploring records from all over the world. MyHeritage is intuitive and user-friendly, making it accessible whether you're just starting your ancestry journey or you're a seasoned genealogist. Their advanced features allow you to seamlessly trace your family's origins, even identifying relatives you may not have known existed. Personally, when I used MyHeritage, I uncovered fascinating details about my own family tree. I discovered a branch of my family that emigrated to a completely different continent over a century ago, something none of us in the family knew. MyHeritage helped me piece together these long-lost connections, and it was a truly enlightening experience. So, if you want to discover your own roots, take advantage of the free trial offered in the link below and start exploring your family's history today. Now, returning to our ancient ancestors, Homo erectus' story begins in the early 19th century with the discovery of Java man by the Dutch physician Eugène Dubois. It was in 1891 that Dubois unearthed the remains along the banks of the Solo River in Java, Indonesia, which marked the first major finding of what would later be known as Homo erectus. For years, this discovery puzzled scientists, challenging preconceived ideas of human evolution. In the following decades, additional discoveries were made in China, such as Peking man, and these specimens showcased striking similarities to the Java remains. Over time, these findings were grouped under the species name Homo erectus, and a more comprehensive understanding of this ancient species began to emerge. What set Homo erectus apart from other hominins wasn't just their tool usage, but their physical and anatomical developments. They were built differently. Taller and with longer legs, they had a body structure more akin to modern humans. Their skeletons suggest a capability for long-distance travel, indicating an evolutionary shift towards greater endurance and efficiency in movement. However, their skulls, with thick brow ridges and a smaller cranial capacity, reflected a mix of primitive and advanced features, embodying the transition between early hominins and later species like Homo sapiens. With these physical attributes, Homo erectus was equipped to explore new territories and adapt to various habitats. They were not confined to Africa like their predecessors, but spread widely across the globe. Fossils of Homo erectus have been discovered in diverse regions, from the plains of Africa to the forests of Asia and even the colder parts of Europe. This vast geographical range suggests that they were highly adaptable, capable of thriving in different climates and ecosystems. They sought out caves and fissures for protection, but were also skilled at exploiting the resources available in woodlands and open savannas. As they expanded their range, questions naturally arose about their evolutionary origin. Where did Homo erectus truly originate? Was Africa the cradle of their species, or could they have emerged independently in Asia? This question has fueled countless debates among scientists. The prevailing theory is that Homo erectus originated in Africa and later migrated out, but some researchers propose an Asian origin, pointing to early fossils found in Dmanisi, Georgia, and other sites that challenge this narrative. These fossils suggest a complex and intertwined pattern of migrations and evolutionary developments that continue to captivate and perplex experts. One of the most remarkable aspects of Homo erectus was their transformation into an apex predator. Evidence from archaeological sites indicates that they actively hunted large game, targeting animals like elephants, deer, and other herbivores. Their predatory behavior wasn't accidental but calculated, with strategies that made use of their endurance and physical resilience. Homo erectus was likely capable of persistence hunting, where they would exhaust prey over long distances until the animal collapsed from heat and fatigue. This strategy, combined with their developing tool-making skills, gave them a distinct advantage over other predators. These physical adaptations and hunting strategies marked a significant shift in the way hominins interacted with their environment. Unlike earlier species who primarily scavenged or relied on opportunistic feeding, Homo erectus was becoming a proactive force in shaping its ecological niche. This transition into a hunting-based lifestyle also had profound implications for their social structure and cooperation. Group hunting would have required planning, communication, and teamwork, laying the groundwork for more complex social dynamics. The emergence of Homo erectus wasn't just a biological development. It was the dawn of a new era in human history. They set the stage for many of the innovations and behaviors we consider inherently human today. From their remarkable migrations across continents to their early attempts at building shelters and controlling fire, Homo erectus was constantly pushing the boundaries of what their species could achieve. Their story is one of resilience, exploration, and transformation, an incredible journey that laid the foundation for our own. The tale of Homo erectus is far from a simple narrative of evolution. It's a story of overcoming challenges, adapting to changing landscapes, and venturing into the unknown. And in many ways, it's a story that continues within each of us, as we carry forward the legacy of these early pioneers who laid the groundwork for everything that came after. The story of Homo erectus takes a significant leap forward with the introduction of their technological innovations, particularly the development of sophisticated tools. These early humans are closely associated with the Herculean tool industry, a significant advancement in tool-making techniques that reflected both intelligence and adaptability. Named after the site of Saint-Étienne in France, where these tools were first identified, the Herculean industry represents one of the longest-lasting tool traditions in human history. The hallmark of this tradition is the hand axe, a versatile, multi-purpose tool that was used for cutting, scraping, digging, and possibly even as a weapon. Hand axes are characterized by their distinctive teardrop shape, with a sharp edge created through a process called bifacial flaking. This technique involved carefully chipping away flakes from both sides of a stone to create a symmetrical and sharp-edged tool. The creation of such tools required not only physical skill, but also an understanding of geometry and planning. Unlike earlier, more primitive tools made by Homo habilis, Herculean tools were far more refined and versatile, reflecting a deeper understanding of materials and their potential uses. The sophistication of these tools suggests that Homo erectus possessed an advanced cognitive ability to visualize the final product before beginning the knapping process. This kind of mental planning indicates a leap forward in problem-solving skills and technological foresight. Hand axes were not the only tools they made. Homo erectus also created cleavers, scrapers, and other specialized implements, hinting at a broad range of activities and needs that these tools addressed. But Homo erectus's technological prowess didn't stop at hand axes. There is increasing evidence to suggest that they were proficient in throwing projectiles, which marked a significant evolutionary advancement in hunting strategies. Throwing required not only physical strength, but also precise coordination and aim, traits that pointed to a higher level of motor skills. The anatomical structure of Homo erectus, particularly the shoulder and arm, shows adaptations that would have allowed them to hurl objects effectively. This ability to project force over distance gave them a critical advantage, enabling them to hunt more safely and efficiently. The skill of throwing projectiles may have also played a role in group hunting activities, as it would allow multiple individuals to target prey simultaneously from a distance. Imagine a group of Homo erectus encircling a herd of animals, coordinating their actions to launch a barrage of spears or stones. Such coordinated efforts suggest not only technological innovation, but also a high degree of social cooperation and communication, laying the groundwork for more complex social behaviors. The idea of cooperation among Homo erectus goes beyond mere hunting strategies. Fossilized trackways and archaeological evidence hint at a well-organized approach to group hunting, reflecting an emerging sense of teamwork. In ancient sites, scientists have found signs that suggest multiple individuals worked together to trap and kill large animals. This practice required planning and communication, which indicates that Homo erectus must have possessed a form of social cohesion that earlier hominins lacked. One crucial aspect of this cooperative behavior is the division of labor, which may have laid the foundation for the earliest hunter-gatherer societies. While the evidence remains circumstantial, researchers hypothesize that Homo erectus developed a rudimentary system of dividing tasks based on skills and physical capabilities. For instance, stronger and more agile members of the group might have taken on hunting duties, while others could have been responsible for processing the meat, crafting tools, or gathering plant-based resources. This early form of social organization would have enhanced their efficiency and survival, creating a more structured and interdependent community. Such levels of cooperation and task sharing also suggest that Homo erectus developed a deeper understanding of social roles, a trait that is foundational to human societies today. The evolution of cooperation among these early humans paved the way for more complex social structures, including the concept of family units and larger community groups. As they worked together to hunt, gather, and survive, Homo erectus may have begun to form emotional bonds and social connections that extended beyond immediate survival needs. The reliance of Homo erectus on large prey animals also had significant ecological and evolutionary consequences. Evidence from ancient kill sites shows that Homo erectus often targeted megafauna, or large animals, which provided an abundant and high-energy food source. These large animals included elephants, buffalo, and various species of large deer and bovids. Successfully hunting these massive creatures required skill, patience, and effective tools. It also meant that Homo erectus could sustain larger groups, as the meat from a single kill could feed many individuals for an extended period. However, this dependence on large prey came with its own set of risks and challenges. Large animals are not only more dangerous to hunt, but they are also more vulnerable to environmental changes and overhunting. Researchers have proposed that there was a direct relationship between Homo erectus and the extinction of certain megafaunal species. Over time, as Homo erectus honed their hunting techniques and spread into new regions, the population sizes of these large prey animals may have declined. While climate change and other ecological factors likely played a role in these extinctions, the hunting pressures exerted by Homo erectus undoubtedly contributed to the depletion of these animals in some areas. This dependence on large prey likely had far-reaching impacts on the evolutionary path of Homo erectus. As they hunted and consumed megafauna, their diet shifted towards a higher intake of animal proteins and fats, which could have influenced their physiological and cognitive development. A high-protein diet would have provided the energy needed to fuel their larger bodies and brains, enabling them to undertake more physically demanding tasks and to support the growth of increasingly complex social structures. Moreover, the specialization in hunting large game may have influenced their cultural evolution, creating rituals and traditions centered around hunting activities. These early hunters likely developed shared practices and customs related to the preparation and consumption of food, reinforcing social bonds within their groups. Hunting large prey required not just individual skill, but a communal effort, and it's possible that these activities formed the foundation of early human social and cultural traditions. The rise of Homo erectus as an apex predator, combined with their technological innovations and cooperative behaviors, marked a turning point in human evolution. They were no longer passive scavengers, but active agents shaping their environment and adapting to new challenges. Their ability to hunt effectively, create complex tools, and work together as a community laid the groundwork for the emergence of more advanced hominins and eventually our own species, Homo sapiens. In many ways, Homo erectus represents a crucial chapter in the story of humanity, a chapter filled with courage, innovation, and the drive to explore and conquer new frontiers. One of the most surprising aspects of Homo erectus's existence is the evidence of primitive healthcare practices. Fossilized remains from various archaeological sites reveal that these early humans didn't just leave their injured or incapacitated members behind. Instead, they showed signs of providing care and support for them. One of the most famous examples of this is the discovery of a Homo erectus specimen in Dmanisi, Georgia, who was found with a jawbone showing significant tooth loss. This individual would have been unable to chew solid food, yet they survived for a considerable period in this state. This strongly suggests that other members of their group provided them with softer food or helped in some other capacity, indicating an early form of compassion and social support. This behavior represents a monumental shift in the social dynamics of early humans. By taking care of the weak and injured, Homo erectus was demonstrating a level of empathy and foresight that transcended mere survival. The willingness to care for others implies that these early humans recognized the value of each group member and understood the benefits of maintaining social bonds. Caring for injured or elderly individuals might have been an investment in the group's overall strength and stability. It wasn't just about physical survival. It was about preserving the integrity of the social unit, which could contribute to the group's long-term success in their harsh environment. While we may never fully understand the nature of these early healthcare practices, the physical evidence provides a fascinating glimpse into the evolution of empathy and altruism in human societies. Such acts of compassion, however primitive, suggest the beginnings of a moral framework that would eventually evolve into more complex social and ethical systems. The idea that Homo erectus took care of their vulnerable members challenges the traditional notion of early humans as solely driven by instinct and survival. Instead, it presents a picture of a species that was capable of forming emotional bonds and prioritizing the well-being of others, even when resources were scarce. Fire, one of humanity's greatest discoveries, also played a transformative role in the lives of Homo erectus. Although it is still debated when exactly they mastered the use of fire, evidence suggests that Homo erectus may have been using fire as early as 1.5 million years ago. The controlled use of fire marked a pivotal point in human evolution, providing warmth in cold environments, protection from predators, and the ability to cook food. Early evidence of hearths and charred bones at sites such as Wonderwork Cave in South Africa indicate that Homo erectus not only knew how to start and maintain fires, but also understood its benefits. The mastery of fire had profound implications for the survival and cognitive development of Homo erectus. First and foremost, fire provided warmth in colder climates, allowing these early humans to expand their geographical range and inhabit new regions that would have been inhospitable without this technological breakthrough. Fire also served as a form of protection against large predators, enabling Homo erectus to settle in more exposed areas and reducing the risks associated with sleeping outdoors. Another significant impact of fire was its role in food preparation. Cooking meat and plants made food easier to digest and unlocked additional nutrients, supporting the development of a larger brain. The benefits of a cooked diet likely contributed to the physical and cognitive advancements of Homo erectus, enabling them to grow larger bodies and more complex neural networks. Cooked food also reduced the amount of time spent chewing, freeing up more time for other activities such as tool-making, social interaction, and exploration. Beyond its practical applications, fire also had a profound social and cognitive impact on Homo erectus. The use of fire created a focal point for social gatherings, bringing individuals together in a shared space and fostering communication. Sitting around a fire provided opportunities for storytelling, planning, and bonding, which may have contributed to the development of early forms of language and social cohesion. The ability to control and utilize fire not only enhanced their physical survival, but also strengthened their social networks and cognitive capabilities. Language and communication in Homo erectus remain subjects of intense debate among researchers. While there is no direct evidence of spoken language, there are several anatomical and neurological clues that suggest Homo erectus may have had the capacity for some form of basic communication. The structure of their vocal apparatus, including the position of the larynx, suggests that they could produce a range of vocal sounds. Additionally, their brain size and the development of regions associated with speech, such as Broca's area, indicate that they may have been capable of rudimentary language or proto-language. If Homo erectus did possess a basic form of language, it would have been a game changer in their ability to cooperate, plan, and transmit knowledge. Even a simple form of communication would have enhanced their group hunting strategies, allowing them to coordinate actions and share information about prey and dangers. It could have also facilitated the passing down of knowledge from one generation to the next, including information about tool-making techniques, food sources, and social rules. Language isn't just about conveying information, it also plays a crucial role in shaping thoughts and social interactions. The development of even a basic language among Homo erectus would have allowed them to form stronger social bonds, establish social norms, and negotiate conflicts within the group. This emerging ability to communicate could have laid the groundwork for more complex social structures and cultural evolution in later hominins, such as Homo sapiens. One of the most intriguing discoveries related to Homo erectus is the evidence of early structures, suggesting that they may have built simple dwellings or shelters. While earlier hominins like Homo habilis likely sought natural shelters such as caves, Homo erectus took a more proactive approach to their living conditions. Archaeologists have uncovered traces of post holes and stone arrangements that imply the construction of rudimentary shelters. At a site in France known as Terra Amata, evidence of oval-shaped structures indicates that Homo erectus may have used wooden posts and branches to create basic shelters against the elements. These early dwellings provided more than just physical protection from the environment. They also offered a place for social gatherings and communal activities. Living in shelters would have allowed Homo erectus to control their environment more effectively, reducing exposure to the elements and increasing safety from predators. These structures represent an early step towards the complex architectural achievements of later humans and reflect the growing intelligence and adaptability of our Homo erectus. The ability to construct simple dwellings also suggests that Homo erectus had a greater understanding of spatial organization and resource management. Building a shelter required foresight, planning, and cooperation among group members, indicating a higher level of cognitive function. This capacity to modify and shape their surroundings points to the development of problem-solving skills and an awareness of their place within the environment. The construction of shelters by Homo erectus wasn't just about physical survival. It was a reflection of their evolving social structure and cognitive capabilities. The creation of a home base or communal area would have encouraged the sharing of resources, ideas, and skills, fostering a sense of community and collective identity. This development laid the groundwork for more complex social behaviors and cultural innovations in later human species. The combined evidence of healthcare practices, fire mastery, potential language, and early construction techniques, reveals a remarkable picture of Homo erectus as a species that was not only physically adapted to its environment, but also socially and cognitively advanced. They were not merely surviving in a harsh world, they were actively shaping it and adapting to new challenges with ingenuity and cooperation. Their achievements laid the foundation for the next stages of human evolution, paving the way for the emergence of more advanced hominins and, eventually, modern humans. In this sense, Homo erectus represents a crucial turning point in our evolutionary history. They were the pioneers who ventured beyond the limitations of earlier hominins, developing new tools, social structures, and cognitive skills that would eventually lead to the rise of Homo sapiens. Their story is one of resilience, innovation, and the drive to explore and adapt, a legacy that continues to inspire and define what it means to be human. The ability of Homo erectus to adapt to diverse and often challenging climates showcases their ingenuity and resourcefulness. One key aspect of this adaptation was their use of animal hides, which provided protection against cold temperatures and harsh weather conditions. Evidence suggests that Homo erectus may have used animal hides not just for rudimentary shelters, but also for clothing. This adaptation to colder environments indicates a significant leap in their ability to manipulate their surroundings for survival. Although direct evidence of clothing does not survive in the archaeological record, due to the perishable nature of organic materials, there are several indirect clues that suggest Homo erectus made and used simple garments. These clues include the wear patterns found on tools, specifically stone scrapers, which appear to have been used to process hides. By carefully scraping and softening animal skins, Homo erectus could have fashioned primitive clothing to insulate their bodies in colder climates. The significance of clothing goes beyond mere protection from the elements. The use of animal hides indicates a growing understanding of their environment and the resources it offered. It suggests a practical ingenuity that allowed Homo erectus to expand their range into regions that would have been inaccessible to earlier hominins. This expansion required not only physical adaptations, but also technological and cultural innovations, such as the development of basic garments to provide warmth and comfort. Clothing also likely played a role in social organization and communication. Just as modern humans use clothing to signify status, roles, or group identity, Homo erectus may have developed early social cues associated with their garments. The act of making and wearing clothing would have encouraged cooperation, the sharing of skills, and perhaps even the emergence of cultural norms related to dress and appearance. In this sense, the use of animal hides represents not just a practical solution to environmental challenges, but also a step towards the development of more complex social behaviors. One of the most astonishing possibilities about Homo erectus is their potential for seafaring and maritime skills. For decades, the idea that these early humans could traverse bodies of water was dismissed as too advanced for their capabilities. However, mounting evidence suggests that Homo erectus may have been capable of crossing short distances over open water, making them one of the first hominins to engage in maritime activities. The evidence for Homo erectus's maritime abilities comes from archaeological sites in Southeast Asia, particularly on the islands of Flores and Java. Fossils of Homo erectus have been discovered on these islands, separated from the mainland by water channels that would have been impassable without some form of watercraft. These findings suggest that Homo erectus may have built simple rafts or boats, using them to reach and colonize new areas. Such maritime ventures would have required planning, cooperation, and technological skill, indicating a level of cognitive development far beyond what was previously assumed. If Homo erectus did engage in seafaring, it represents a monumental achievement in their technological and cultural evolution. The ability to navigate water implies not just physical capabilities, but also an understanding of the natural world and a willingness to explore and take risks. Crossing open water would have required knowledge of tides, currents, and the construction of stable watercraft, all of which point to advanced problem-solving skills and the ability to conceptualize and plan complex tasks. The implications of Homo erectus's maritime activities are profound. Reaching isolated islands would have exposed them to new environments and ecological challenges, encouraging further adaptations and innovations. It also suggests that Homo erectus had a sense of curiosity and exploration, a trait that would become a defining characteristic of later human species. By venturing across seas, Homo erectus was not just expanding their territory, they were pushing the boundaries of what it meant to be human, exploring new frontiers both physically and mentally. Despite their remarkable achievements and long history, Homo erectus eventually faced extinction. However, what stands out most is their longevity as a species. Homo erectus is believed to have lived for nearly 1.9 million years, making them one of the longest surviving human species. This incredible duration suggests a high degree of adaptability and resilience in the face of changing environmental conditions, competition with other species, and new challenges. The causes of Homo erectus's eventual extinction are still a matter of debate among scientists. One theory suggests that climate change played a significant role. As the Earth experienced cycles of cooling and warming, the habitats that Homo erectus relied on may have shifted or disappeared. This environmental instability could have disrupted their food sources, forcing them to adapt to new ecological niches or face extinction. While Homo erectus was highly adaptable, the combination of climate fluctuations and habitat loss may have pushed them beyond their limits. Another factor contributing to their decline could have been competition with other hominin species, such as Homo heidelbergensis or early Homo sapiens. As these species emerged with more advanced tools and social structures, they may have outcompeted Homo erectus for resources. Additionally, Homo sapiens and other hominins had more complex social and communication skills, which could have given them a competitive edge in hunting, gathering, and organizing their communities. The extinction of Homo erectus is a reminder that even the most resilient and adaptable species can eventually face challenges that overwhelm them. Despite their decline, Homo erectus left an indelible mark on the history of human evolution. Their achievements in tool-making, social organization, exploration, and adaptation laid the groundwork for the development of more advanced human species, including our own. In reflecting on the journey of Homo erectus, it is clear that they were much more than just a transitional species. They were innovators, explorers, and survivors who pushed the boundaries of what early humans could achieve. Their story is a testament to the power of adaptation and the drive to explore and conquer new challenges. From their mastery of fire to their potential maritime ventures, Homo erectus embodied the spirit of resilience and curiosity that would come to define humanity. As we conclude this exploration of Homo erectus, it is important to recognize their significance in the broader context of human evolution. They were not just primitive humans struggling to survive, they were pioneers who shaped the course of our history. Their story is a reminder of the deep roots of human ingenuity, cooperation, and resilience, traits that continue to define us today. If you enjoyed this journey into the past and want to explore more about our ancient ancestors, be sure to check out our other videos on topics like Australopithecus and the evolution of Homo sapiens. Understanding the past not only sheds light on where we came from, but also helps us appreciate the shared journey that connects all humans throughout history. And before you go, don't forget to explore your own history with MyHeritage, our sponsor for this episode. Discover your ancestral roots and unlock the stories of your family with their easy-to-use platform. Click the link below to start your free trial and begin your own journey of discovery. Who knows what incredible stories you might uncover about your own ancestors? Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Homo erectus. Their legacy is one of innovation, endurance, and the relentless drive to explore and adapt, a legacy that lives on in all of us today.